Friday. I'm Max, and I'm here with Chris. This is our April edition of KSEQ, the official news channel of Sequoia.
I'm happy to be here, Max. We have lots of topics to talk about today. To kick it off, on May 4th, we have a Star Wars dress-up day for May the 4th be with you.
We also have a Mod Pizza restaurant night on May 6th. I hope we see some of you guys there.
Max, what's your favorite pizza?
My favorite pizza is probably pepperoni. What about you?
Well, mine's also pepperoni. One of the things that has kept me busy during this COVID pandemic is reading. I never realized how much I enjoyed it, especially after a hard day at school.
I kind of like to read too, but lately I haven't found any good books.
Well, Max, lucky for you, we have Zoe in the library, getting ready to share some new books with our Library Looking Glass segment. Zoe?
Thanks, Chris. At the library, we have some new books, such as the new Babysitters Club and the new Stranger Things graphic novel series. And it's actually based on the real TV show. I can't wait to see how Joyce and Hopper save Will from the Upside Down. Another book series you might want to check out is Arch Enemies by Marissa Meyer. It's really good. Another author I suggest checking out is Neil Shusterman. He's made a new book series called Arc of the Scythe about two main characters who live in a dystopian world, and they are picked for a job but they don't want to do it, but they can't fail at it. This month is also School Library Month, where we celebrate our librarians for everything they do for us. The original theme of School Library Month was Where Learning Never Ends, and I think this is so true, because whenever I go to the library, I always learn something new. And a special shout out to Mrs. Labasse, our school librarian. If you have any more questions on how to check out a book from our library, you can go to the Sequoia website. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Zoe. I absolutely love the TV show Stranger Things. I had no idea that we had graphic novels in the library. I'm definitely going to go check those out during passing period.
Yeah, Chris, have you heard about the Stranger Things drive-in down in LA? My family is thinking about checking it out. But back to the library. It's always great to hear about new book series and up-and-coming authors. And we are so fortunate to have Miss Labasse as our school librarian. I think it's awesome that there is a whole month dedicated to school libraries. As Zoe said, it is a place where learning never ends. Thanks again, Zoe, for that segment on great things happening in our library.
You know, Max, some other great things happening on campus are all the connections students are able to make and the many talents of our teachers. Did you know that Miss Gleason plays the bass guitar in a band?
No way, that is so cool.
Yeah, and here to dive a little deeper with that is our very own DigiPro bassist, Josiah. How's it going, Josiah?
Thanks, Max. I'm here with Mrs. Gleason, bass player and teacher here at Sequoia. So, Mrs. Gleason, how long have you been playing in a band?
Well, hi Josiah, thanks for having me. I've been playing in a band for different bands for quite a while. Actually, I could tell you about some of my bands if you want me to.
Sure.
Well, here's a little concert t-shirt that I have from the tour that we did in 2010, Rock Angels. Here's our tour. I worked with some fantastic musicians, including the incredible drummer, Mrs. Stevenson. We also had a great lead singer. You might know him. He's off doing solo projects right now, Mr. Bostic. Here's one of my little shows I produced. You might have heard of some of these bands. This is the Battle of the Bands, back about 10 years or so ago. You might have heard of this band right here, Unseen Survival. We have famous drummer, Mr. Vance.
So, what are some of the locations you and your bands played at?
Well, this band, of course, we played all over the place. We've got Sequoia Middle School. We've got some other places like that. I'm in a band right now. We play different eating areas around town. That band's a lot of fun. It's sort of called Four Kings and a Princess. You would think I'm the princess, but it's the lead guitar player who's the princess.
It's very nice. I'm in a band myself called Unfounded. And so you've been in quite a couple of bands. So how long have you been playing the bass?
For 15 years.
So you've been playing for 15 years.
Yes.
You've been in a couple bands. Who or what got you into playing the bass?
Actually, it's kind of a funny story. My husband started playing the guitar at an older age, and someone gave him a bass. And one night, he was messing around on the guitar, and I just picked up the bass. And since I have some music theory from playing piano when I was really young, I could kind of figure out what notes were what after he told me which string was what. And I just kind of sat there and did like one finger notes on the bass, and he played the guitar, and I kind of got hooked. It's fun. If you know a little music theory, it's pretty easy to pick up.
So before we continue, you want to tell us a little bit about your bass?
Well, this is an Ibanez. It's a 4-string, and it has a lot of different tuners, tone knobs to make it, sound a little bit different. I just recently picked this up. I actually really like it. It's a longer neck than a lot of them. Some of them have a shorter neck, has 24 frets as opposed to 21. So I do really like this. I used to play a 5-string, but I'm trying to get better on the 4-string right now.
I have a Hofner violin bass, kind of like the one Paul McCartney plays if you listen to the Beatles.
Mm-hmm.
And now, me and Mrs. Gleason are both going to be playing a bit of a song. And at the end, we want you to decide whose song was better. So I'll be going first. I'm going to be playing the intro to Can't Stop by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And then we'll have Mrs. Gleason go.
Nice.
Thank you.
I love the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and Flea is one of my favorite bass players. He is amazing.
Thank you.
That's good. Did you know that Paul McCartney plays left-handed, so the bass would be facing the other way? Kind of interesting. So, in our band, classic rock band, blues band, bass players basically just play the rhythm. We support the guitar player, who gets all the glory. That's what makes them princesses. Some guitar player would riff some Stevie Ray Vaughan thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was a lot better than I did.
No, it's not. You're awesome. Okay, so I'm going to teach you something. Because, are we rolling here? Because we're going to start our own bass band. Basses only. No guitars, no princesses, nothing. Ride the sea. Basses all the time. There you go.
Wow, that was some serious playing by both Miss Gleason and Josiah. I had no idea how cool the bass guitar was.
And they both made it look so easy, which I'm sure it's not. I wish I knew how to play a musical instrument, so we could start our own digi-pro band. We could be called the Cool Band. What do you think about that, Max?
I think the name Cool Band is pretty boring, but still, after listening to Miss Gleason and Josiah jam, I'm not sure we're ready for our own band. But I must say, they both played great. I personally think Josiah shredded like a madman. Chris, what about you?
I agree with you, Mac. They both really know how to shred, but I'm going to have to say it was a tie. Even though Josiah's in our class, Mrs. Gleason can definitely shred. Before we show our next segment, you know we have an Aloha dress-up day on May 7th? Be sure to wear your Hawaiian shirt and grass skirt to show your Sequoia spirit.
We mentioned earlier about all the great connections students can make on campus. Usually we head out in the quad for our student connection segment, but today we have something a little different. So let's hand it over to Shane. What do you have for us this morning?
Hey guys, I'm down here at the blacktop with Mr. Schneider, here to ask him some questions. So Mr. Schneider, what's your favorite part of hoops and ropes?
Well, I like watching all the kids play and have fun, and as opposed to just having to stand around in the quad. And they really do some inventive, funny things with the hoops and the ropes. Yeah.
Thank you. Now it's here with Sydney to ask students some questions.
Hey everyone, I'm here with Aiden talking about hoops and ropes. So which one's better in your opinion, hoops or ropes?
Probably hoops.
And why do you think that?
Just because you can do more things with them.
Cool. So what's your favorite trick for a hula hoop?
Probably just do the one on the arm.
That's fun.
this is Eric, and you're with a hula hoop, right?
Yes.
So, what's your favorite part about hoops and ropes?
It's fun and kids can get active.
That's cool. Do you have any favorite tricks or things to do with a hula hoop?
Just have fun with it. I don't really do any tricks.
Well, that's cool. That's also nice to do. Just hang out with it and just have fun.
Yeah, and I like that you can talk to your friends while you're
Oh
doing
yeah, that's cool. Thanks. Thanks, Sydney. Make sure to come down to Hoops and Ropes on the Blacktop every Monday and Friday. Back to you.
Thanks, Shane. Hoops and Ropes seems like a great way to make student connections and looks like a lot of fun. Maybe ASB will have a hoop off or a jump off. That would definitely be a great event, no joke.
Speaking of jokes, why did the lawnmower go to jail? Because he broke the lawn.
You're just way too funny, Max. You should listen to our podcast on our SoundCloud channel, KA19_SMS, with Mr. Nichols and Mrs. Udamizio. Mr. Nichols talks all about his joke-telling abilities.
And be sure to check out what is probably the coolest podcast so far. Deputy Flores and his canine partner Dano from the Ventura County Sheriff Department's Canine Unit. It was really interesting hearing about Dano and what role he served in the unit.
Well, that's all the time we have this morning, but before we sign off, here's a little DigiPro tribute to Pets Are Wonderful Month.
Hey everyone, I'm Sandy, and I'm here today with my DigiPro pets.
Did you know April is National Pets Are Wonderful Month, or PAW for short? This month celebrates how wonderful we are,
And how we help our humans.
mentally and physically.
Not to mention how cute we are.
Adding on to that, just a reminder to humans
That you can always adopt pets from shelters.
So you can give a loving home to an animal who doesn't have one.
I sure am glad I was adopted by my owner.
And remember, humans, we improve your mental and physical health. Overall, we make you happier, all because of just how adorable we are. So make sure you give your pet an extra treat for Pets Are Wonderful Month.
And there we have it, folks. Just an FYI. Remember our school motto, take care of yourself by staying positive and motivated.
Take care of each other by building connections and treating everybody kindly.
And take care of this place by cleaning up your trash and keeping our campus clean. Because why? At Sequoia, we believe and achieve.
This is KSEQ, wishing everyone a fun, healthy, and safe weekend. This is Chris and Max signing off.